Hi, and welcome to At Home Art Lessons with the Art Groupies, where we are developing great art habits. We're going to be working today with Wanda. Wanda is more than just art. Wanda is inspired to make connections through art. I saw a story a couple months ago about a person who painted a rock and put an inspirational quote on it and left it in a public place, and someone saw it and was inspired not just by the beautiful art but also by the message that inspired them, and they were really touched, and they took that rock and they went home and they painted a rock, and when they went back to that spot they left their rock. So art is more than just creating, and I know a lot of us have a lot of feelings about what's happening lately, and to just leave something behind that helps somebody is probably what we should be thinking about. So I thought of just simply going outside, finding a rock, or maybe walking along the beach and finding that shell. And the first thing you want to do is perhaps trace that rock or that shell on a piece of paper before you paint it. You can leave it the color that it is. I've seen lots of designs painted right on the natural color, and that's fine. Or you can go ahead, if you want to start with a nice white surface, and paint that rock white. You might need one or two coats, but I'm just using simple tempera paint. Probably will need to spray it with some type of coating so it doesn't get all ruined out in the elements. So we're going to be more than just artists today. We're going to leave maybe a piece of us behind at a particular school if we're graduating and we're unable to have that graduation ceremony or say goodbye to the friends and teachers that we've made throughout the years. Or maybe make an inspirational quote and leave it somewhere at a park. Maybe somebody will see it and be inspired. So after you paint it white, we're going to set that aside and let it dry while we work on the design. So I like to take the shape and think of what I can make with it. I am a love of flowers, just love them, especially sunflowers. So I am going to just do a simple arch and then put some smaller arches around the bigger arch. Your designs do not have to be difficult in any way, shape, or form. The color and the message is what this lesson is all about. So behind those scalloped lines, the small little arches, I'm then going to put some triangles for the petals of my sunflowers. And then I think I'll put maybe 2 leaves, and then a nice little curlicue for decoration. You can color in your picture with markers, you can color it in with crowns, whatever it is that you have available to you. It doesn't really matter. So think of a design, maybe make more than one. Here I painted my sunflower, and I put Parkway Rocks on it for our rock garden that I think we should start. You could also just do a simple design and, be happy. Or you don't have to make a design or an inspirational quote at all. You can just have your piece be about the design. Simple polka dots, one word. You can even put a friend or the actual friend's name. So have fun with this. Think about what you want to leave behind to inspire somebody. So after my rock is dry, I can go ahead and paint it. I want to work down towards the base and then continue above so I don't, get paint everywhere and I don't smudge it. So I'm going to just start here and work my way up. So I'm going to start with a nice orange. And you might need to use a couple coats. One coat might not be enough. Totally up to you. Get down here around the bottom part. You could also have two inspirational messages, one on one side and one on the other. So again, we're working with the art groupie Wanda, who understands that there's more to art than just creating. And I think in times like this, with the coronavirus and with all the struggles that are going on in this world, leaving something inspirational behind might be the way to go. After I do that color, I'm then going to, like I said, work my way up the rock. If you don't have a rock, you can do a shell. If you don't have a shell, find something that you find special, a little treasure perhaps. Decorate that and paint it. Whatever you need to do to make this world a better place can be done lots of ways, and one way is through art. So I want to use a variety of colors, make it nice and bright, make it pop so people notice it. So after I'm done with the red, I'm then going to go ahead and paint those yellow petals. Maybe some of that red will be pulled in, make those petals a little bit more interesting. It's all good. The quote will probably have to be put on last when everything's dry. You can even outline it with the black. The black will even make more of a contrast and make things really pop a little bit more. This design can just be all about letters. Doesn't have to be a picture of anything underneath. And again, I've seen beautiful rocks painted that weren't painted white first. They just painted it right on the natural color of the rock, and they look beautiful. Just color, I think, makes me happy. You don't even need words, just your beautiful art will inspire somebody. Okay, so after I've gotten that done, now I can paint the background. Ooh, nice pretty blues again, and I just have a nice palette full of all different colors, along with some black and some white. The white I used for the base color, but I could also use it in my design as well. So have fun painting your inspirational rock, making someone smile or remember you when they see your design and your name. art is more than just creating, making someone smile. That's why I have always loved giving homemade gifts. I think they mean more than anything. You're giving yourself, a piece of yourself, to that person and letting them know that they were worth the time and energy it took to create the beautiful piece. Almost done. Kind of looks like a sun too. Could be a sun or a flower. Maybe on the other side you could make a moon. That's what's so great about art. Coming up with lots of ideas and pushes you on to the next idea. So I'm going to let this dry and come up with an inspirational quote. Going to leave it somewhere special, make someone happy, or just knowing that a little part of me is left behind is also a great thing. So again, come up with some beautiful inspirational ideas. Don't forget to leave it and be more than just a creator of art. Inspire someone today. Thanks for joining me.